Good morning. Today I will be reporting about career plateau and occupational orientation. Let's start off with career plateau. The point in a career where the likelihood of additional hierarchical promotion is very low, and the highest position level an employee can possibly obtain within an organization and has no future prospect of being promoted due to certain reasons, which simply equates to an employee cannot be promoted due to certain reasons. For example, the position level is a senior clerk. He/she cannot be promoted due to certain reasons like lack of ability or lack of certain talent or capacity of an individual to perform a job, lack of training, meaning the employee does not have enough knowledge or acquired skills to perform the job, low need for achievement, or no motivation to perform the job the best way possible. Confusion about job responsibilities occurs when the tasks given are not well understood by the employee, and slow company growth resulting in reduced development opportunities, meaning the company may not be operating well enough to afford new promotions on its employees at a certain moment. Possible remedies for plateaued employees. Understand the reason for plateau. Knowing the reason for stagnation can give the opportunity to fix problems or the areas concerned to the employee. The next remedy is encourage employees to participate in development activities. This will help to make employees feel more comfortable and motivated by interacting with others. The last remedy would be encourage employees to seek career counseling by suggesting to ask help from an expert to make them understand what's wrong or what's troubling the employee. Now let's watch a video about career counseling.
For about the last 20 years, I've worked for a lot of companies as an employee assistance program counselor, and doing that, I've worked short-term with people on some work-related issues, as well as working with people long-term about career choices. People come in often because they're unhappy in their work situation, and they might have a manager or boss who they think is picking on them or harassing them, or some problem with coworkers. And sometimes what happens is that people bring their own family of origin issues into work with them. So for example, if somebody had an alcoholic father who raged, and then they happen to have an alcoholic boss who rages from time to time, they get thrown back into a childlike state and really struggle with dealing with their boss as a professional, as an adult. And I help people figure out how they can best deal with work situations. Now, in the past, I was able to counsel people sometimes to look for different jobs, and in our current economy, that's not that easy. So people do often have to stay in situations that aren't always fabulous. And so then I also help people think about, especially people in their 20s and 30s who are struggling with what do they want to do with the rest of their lives. I help them figure out what their interests are and where they might be able to make a living and enjoy their lives. You know, I think lately the most common problem has been this trouble with a manager, a coworker who someone feels that they're being harassed by. Often these are people who maybe don't have very good social skills, the managers I'm talking about. They don't have very good social skills, and so their behaviors are misread or misinterpreted by my client, and the person really doesn't have it in for them.
Now let's talk about career states. There are four career states identified: learners of commerce, stars, solid citizens, and deadwood. Learners of commerce are people who have advancement potential but not performing up to par or the present. Stars. These are people doing high quality of work and are considered to have high advancement potential. Solid citizens. These are people, or these are managers, seen as doing good or even an outstanding work for one reason or another, but have a little chance for further advancement. Deadwood. These are individuals having little or no chance for advancement, and their current performance is seen as marginal or inadequate. Causes of plateau. Changing skill requirements. Due to fast-paced environment, some positions may require different skills other than what an employee has or acquired, which hinders them from promotion. Flattening organization. This refers to the organizational structure. This occurs when the management decides to remove certain positions. Boomer bulge. This may mean many older employees are after the same position, which puts them in the position to be favorable due to more experience and tenureship. Increased automation. Due to high technology, many positions are no longer required in a company, thus making it hard to make an advancement. Contingent workers. Workers who work for an organization on a non-permanent basis, known as freelancers, contract workers, independent professionals, or consultants, which may hinder an employee from promotion. Shifting career expectation. Changing line of job every now and then may often or affect gaining promotion since loyalty and tenureship can be questioned. Occupational orientation is an individual's preference and choice in job, and the way one positions oneself in his or her career throughout life. Be questioned. One popular theory created about career orientation was made by John Holland, an American psychologist.
Work. It's a hard fact of life. Sometimes just finding work we enjoy and are good at is challenge enough. Some people spend their entire lives searching for the right job. Many don't know where to even start looking. In the United States alone, there are more than 150 million people working thousands of different kinds of jobs, from accountants to athletes, from dancers to dentists, from teachers to top executives. Every job requires its own set of skills and comes with its own rigors and rewards. And just as not everybody is right for every job, not every job is right for everybody. In fact, your personality, those characteristics, traits, and preferences that make you who you are, is a major factor in determining which occupations are right for you. People who follow career paths that match their personalities are more likely to be both satisfied and successful with those careers. This video will introduce you to one of the best ways to find work that fits with your personality. It's called the RIASEC personality theory, and it is a time-tested tool for exploring and deciding on a career that's right for you. You'll learn how the tasks and work environments of jobs match with personality types and even learn which jobs tend to be a better fit for each type. Along the way, you may discover careers that match your own interests, perhaps leading to greater career satisfaction down the road. So, let's get started. In the 1950s, renowned psychologist John L. Holland developed a theory and a process that helped individuals match their work interests, otherwise known as their vocational personalities, to their preferred work environments. Holland's theory says that most people can be described by one or more of 6 personality types: realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. People who share the same personality type tend to group together and create work environments with shared values. What does this mean? In short, people who work in an environment that is a good fit for their personality type and with people who share their interests and personality traits are more likely to find satisfaction and success in their career.
What Holland did was to give us a way to view the world of work from 40,000 feet, plus a quick way to take stock of our abilities and preferences so we can readily understand where we fit in best. If you were to consider all the hundreds of possible career choices, you might be overwhelmed by the task of narrowing down your options. The Holland personality types simplify this process by helping you to make a quick first cut. The terms that Holland invented for personality types may be a little puzzling when you first encounter them. What do you mean, I'm not realistic? But once you learn what they mean, you'll find they provide real insights into yourself and your career choices.
But which personality type or types best describe you? Are you the kind of person who likes to help others? Are you a risk taker who is always looking for a new business opportunity? Do you prefer to work with your hands or with ideas? Indoors or out? In groups or by yourself? Knowing your answers to these and other questions about work preferences can help you to discover your vocational interests and thus the kind of work that will fit you best.
It's important to realize that most people have a variety of interests, and most of us can't be pigeonholed into just one personality type. Usually it helps if we think in terms of a primary type that describes us best, plus one or two secondary types that reflect other interests we have. For example, you might have primarily realistic interests, but also have investigative or conventional interests. Your work may not satisfy all of your interests, that's why we have hobbies, but once you have an understanding of your dominant personality type or types, you can identify work situations where you'll fit in best. Keep in mind that just as people are varied, work situations are too. A particular career might combine aspects that are attractive to, for example, social and enterprising personality types. Also, remember that it's not a good thing for everybody in a certain career to be exactly alike. You may have heard of something called groupthink, which happens when there's no diversity in the workplace. In fact, in most workplaces, you'll find a variety of people, but they will share a core of certain interests and preferences that drew them to this kind of work. That's what the Holland types are designed to describe.
The rest of this video will better introduce you to the 6 Holland personality types. You'll learn about the interests and values that characterize each personality type, as well as specific jobs whose work situations cater to those interests and values. As you progress through this video, think about the kinds of work that you enjoy or might enjoy. Don't worry about fitting yourself into one personality type. Keep your options open. But if one or more of the 6 types interests you or seems to match your personal characteristics, pay close attention to the jobs that go with that type. Who knows? One of those may be the job of your dreams.
According to Holland, there are 6 personalities: realistic or the doer, investigative or the thinker, artistic or the creator, social or the helper, enterprising or the persuader, and conventional or the organizer. Realistic prefers physical activities, which require skills, strengths, and coordinations, which professions could include architecture, farmers, and engineers. Investigative prefers working with theory and information, which could include traits like analytical, curious, and independent. And professions would include lawyer, mathematician, and professors. Artistic prefers creative, original, and systematic activities, which traits include imaginative and impractical. Example professions would include artists, musicians, and writers. Social or the helpers prefer activities that involve helping, healing, or developing others, which include traits like cooperative, friendly, sociable, and understanding. Professions would include counselor, doctor, teacher, and the like. Enterprising or the persuaders prefers competitive environment, leadership, influence, selling, and stuff. Now, let's watch a video to understand further why we need to have the right career for our personality type. Although the video was funny in a way, it was still able to deliver the message that if an individual works according to his or her preference or personality, he or she will perform better. In the Philippines, schools conduct career orientation in college and high school to help students realize and land on the right course for them.